Hello everyone, welcome back to the new video in the course of microservice series. In this video, we are going to discuss about resilience and another key design principle for microservices. We basically need to embrace the failure when it happened. Failure might be in the form of another service not responding to our service, or it might be a connection line to another system which has gone down, or it might be a third party system which fails to respond. Whatever the type of failure, our microservice needs to embrace that failure by degrading the functionality within our microservice or by using default functionality. An example of degrading functionality might be a scenario where we have user interface microservice which basically draw a HTML page for available orders and promotions. But for whatever reason, the promotion microservice is down and failed to respond. So our user interface microservice basically choose to degrade that functionality and it choose not to display the promotions on the page. An example of default functionality might be a postage service microservice which shown in the diagram on the right side. If the postage microservice goes down and does not respond, and the order microservice relied on postage microservice, when it detects the fact that postage microservice is not responding, the order microservice might use the default postage rate for the orders instead of retrieving from the postage microservice. Another way of making microservice more resilient is by having multiple instances of microservice. So they register themselves as a startup, and if any of them fail, they deregister themselves. So our system or our load balancer, etc., are only ever aware of full functioning microservices. We also need to aware that there are different types of failures. For example, there might be an exceptions or errors within microservices. There might be delays in replying to the request, and then what might also be complete unavailability of microservice, and this is where we would need to work out if we did need to degrade the functionality or if we need to default the functionality. Failures are also not just limited to the software itself. You might have network failures, and remember, you are using distributed transactions here, where one transaction might be go across the network and uses several services before it actually completes. And therefore, again, we need to make our microservice resilient to network delays or unavailabilities. We also need to ensure that when our microservices are called and the input they receive as a part of the request, that we can validate that input, and this might be the input from the service of input might from the other services or from the clients. We need to ensure that our microservices are resilient and can validate the incoming data that don't basically fall over because they have received something in an incorrect format. So we should validate the inputs. We should make ensure that is yeah, that's it for this video. We'll discuss the remaining design principles in the next videos. Please like, share and subscribe for more microservice insights, and also please share your experience of handling failures in your application. Thank you for watching the video.